The spaceship Odyssey landed on Mars with a soft thud. The team of human explorers had trained for years for this mission. They came with advanced technology, ready to establish a new colony on Mars. Captain Alex, the leader, stepped out first, followed by his team members, Dr. Emily, Engineer Jake, and Security Officer Max. "Set up the base," Captain Alex ordered. The team quickly got to work. They built shelters, installed solar panels, and set up communication systems. Mars was dry and red, with a sky that looked pink. The team was excited but cautious. They knew Mars had its secrets. As Dr. Emily walked around the new base, she noticed something strange. There were odd shapes on the horizon. "Captain, you should see this," she said, pointing towards the distant structures. The shapes were not natural. They looked like buildings, old and abandoned. The team decided to investigate. They took a rover and drove towards the structures. As they got closer, they saw that the buildings were made of a shiny, unknown metal. "These are not human-made," Jake said, his eyes wide with wonder. Suddenly, the ground shook. "What's happening?" Max shouted. The buildings started to glow, and a loud noise filled the air. Dr. Emily quickly pulled out her scanner. "It's some kind of defense system," she said. "We must have triggered it." From the buildings, robotic sentinels emerged. They were tall and metallic, with sharp claws and glowing eyes. The sentinels moved quickly towards the team. "Prepare for battle," Captain Alex ordered. The team pulled out their laser guns and aimed at the sentinels. The first sentinel attacked, swinging its claws at Max. He dodged and fired his laser gun, hitting the sentinel in the chest. Sparks flew, but the sentinel kept coming. "These things are tough," Max yelled. Dr. Emily, using her scanner, found a weak point on the sentinels. "Aim for their heads," she shouted. The team adjusted their aim. One by one, the sentinels fell as the team hit their weak points. But more sentinels kept coming. As they fought, Dr. Emily noticed a small panel on one of the buildings. "Cover me," she shouted and ran towards the panel. She used her hacking device to try and shut down the defense system. The sentinels kept attacking, but the team held them off. Finally, the panel beeped, and the sentinels stopped moving. "I did it," Dr. Emily said, breathing hard. The team sighed with relief, but their relief was short-lived. From the shadows of the buildings, a figure emerged. It was an alien, tall and slender, with blue skin and glowing eyes. It watched the humans silently. Captain Alex and his team were stunned. They had never seen anything like it. "We are not alone," Captain Alex said. The alien turned and disappeared into the building. The team knew that their mission had just become much more complicated. They had to find out who these aliens were and what they wanted. Back at their base, the team gathered to discuss their next move. "We need to learn more about these aliens," Captain Alex said. "But we must be careful. We don't know if they are friendly or hostile." The team nodded in agreement. Their mission to colonize Mars had taken an unexpected turn. They were ready to face the challenges ahead, but they knew they had to be smart and cautious. The real adventure was just beginning. The next day, Captain Alex and his team woke up early, the memory of the mysterious alien still fresh in their minds. They had a mission: to learn more about these aliens and find a way to communicate with them. Dr. Emily worked on a device that could translate alien languages. She called it the comm translator. "I think this might help us talk to them," she said, showing the device to Captain Alex. "Good work, Emily," Captain Alex replied. "Let's go back to the alien buildings. We need to understand them before making any decisions." The team suited up and took the rover back to the alien site. As they approached, they saw no signs of movement. The building stood silent and still, but the memory of the sentinels was still vivid in their minds. "Stay alert," Captain Alex warned. They walked slowly, their eyes scanning for any signs of danger. Suddenly, they heard a noise. A low hum, growing louder. The ground beneath them trembled slightly. From behind one of the buildings, several alien figures emerged. They were tall, slender, and had blue skin and glowing eyes, just like the one they had seen before. Captain Alex raised his hand in a peaceful gesture. "We come in peace," he said slowly. Dr. Emily activated the comm translator, hoping it would work. One of the aliens stepped forward. It held a device similar to Dr. Emily's. The alien spoke, and the comm translator buzzed to life, translating the alien's words into English. "Why are you here?" the alien asked. "We are explorers from Earth," Captain Alex replied. "We didn't know anyone lived here. We mean no harm." The alien looked at them with piercing eyes. "This is our home. You are intruders," it said. "We're sorry," Dr. Emily said. "We didn't mean to invade. We just want to understand you and live in peace." The alien seemed to consider her words. "You attacked our sentinels," it said, its voice calm but firm. "We had to defend ourselves," Max said. "The sentinels attacked us first." The alien nodded slightly. "We thought you were enemies. We have been hiding here for centuries, afraid of invaders." Dr. Emily stepped forward. "We're not your enemies. We can learn from each other." The alien turned to the others and spoke in their language. After a moment, it faced the humans again. "We will allow you to stay, but you must prove your intentions." Captain Alex nodded. "Thank you. We will show you that we mean no harm." The aliens led the team to their underground city. It was a marvel of technology, with buildings made of shining metal and lights that glowed softly. The humans were amazed at the advanced technology and the beauty of the alien city. As they walked, Dr. Emily asked the alien about their history. The alien, who introduced itself as Zarnak, explained that their race, the Tharsians, had lived on Mars for thousands of years. They had advanced technology but chose to live underground to avoid conflicts. "We have seen other species come and go," Zarnak said. "Some were peaceful, but others were not. We have learned to protect ourselves." Captain Alex understood their caution. "We hope to build a friendship with you," he said. "We can share our knowledge and work together." Zarnak looked thoughtful. "We shall see," it said. "For now, let us begin with peace." The team felt a sense of relief. The first contact had gone better than expected, but they knew this was just the beginning. They had to prove their intentions and build trust with the Tharsians. The future of their mission depended on it. Back at the human base, Captain Alex called a meeting. The team gathered around a table, the weight of their situation heavy on their minds. They needed to plan their next move carefully. "We need to show the Tharsians that we are not a threat," Captain Alex began. "We must build trust." Dr. Emily nodded. "I've been working on the comm translator. It's now more accurate. We can use it to communicate better." Engineer Jake added, "We should share some of our technology with them. It might help build a friendship." "That's a good idea," Captain Alex agreed. "But we must be careful. We don't want to give them anything that could be used against us." The team decided to return to the Tharsian city. They packed some of their advanced tools and gadgets as gifts. They hoped these would show their good intentions. When they arrived at the Tharsian city, Zarnak was waiting for them. "Welcome back," it said. "The council is ready to meet you." Zarnak led them to a grand hall where the Tharsian council gathered. The council members were tall, with wise eyes and calm expressions. They sat in a semicircle, looking at the humans with curiosity. Captain Alex stepped forward. "Greetings, council. We are here to build a friendship with you. We have brought gifts to show our goodwill." Dr. Emily presented the comm translator. "This device can help us understand each other better." Engineer Jake showed a portable solar panel. "This can provide energy from the sun. It's a gift for you." The council members examined the gifts with interest. One of them, an elder named Lyra, spoke. "We appreciate your gifts, but trust is not built with objects alone. Actions speak louder." Captain Alex nodded. "We understand. What can we do to earn your trust?" Lyra looked at Zarnak and then back at the humans. "There is a task that could show your intentions. Our water supply is contaminated. If you can help us clean it, we will see your true nature." Dr. Emily smiled. "We can help with that. We have technology to purify water." The council agreed to let the humans try. They led the team to the contaminated water source. It was a large underground lake, the water murky and undrinkable. Jake set up the purification device. It used advanced filters and chemicals to clean the water. As the device worked, the water slowly became clear. The Tharsians watched with amazement. "This is incredible," Zarnak said. Our people will have clean water again. Lyra nodded. You have done a great service for us. This is a good start. Captain Alex and his team felt a sense of accomplishment. They had taken the first step towards building trust. We are happy to help, Captain Alex said. We want to learn from you and share our knowledge. The council invited the humans to stay for a meal. It was a chance to bond and learn more about each other. The humans and Tharsians talked and shared stories. They found they had more in common than they thought. As the evening ended, Lyra spoke again. You have shown us kindness. We will tell our people about this. We hope for a future of peace between our races. Captain Alex smiled. Thank you, Lyra. We look forward to working together. The team returned to their base with hope in their hearts. The mission was far from over, but they had made important progress. They knew challenges lay ahead, but they were ready to face them. The bond between humans and Tharsians was starting to form. It was fragile but promising. The real test of their alliance was yet to come. The next morning, Captain Alex and his team woke up to a loud alarm. The ground shook, and the base lights flickered. What's happening? Max shouted. Dr. Emily checked the monitors. It's an attack. Something is coming from the north. Captain Alex grabbed his communicator. All units, prepare for battle. The team quickly suited up and armed themselves. They rushed outside to see what was causing the disturbance. From the horizon, they saw a group of Tharsians marching towards them. But these Tharsians looked different. They were heavily armed and had a fierce look in their eyes. Leading them was General Vorak, the rogue Tharsian who did not trust the humans. Vorak shouted, Humans, leave our land or face destruction. Captain Alex stepped forward, raising his hands in a gesture of peace. We come in peace, Vorak. We have no intention of fighting you. Vorak sneered. Lies. You have poisoned our minds with your tricks. Today we end this. With a swift motion, Vorak ordered his troops to attack. The battle began with a barrage of energy blasts from the Tharsian weapons. The humans took cover and returned fire with their laser guns. Engineer Jake activated the defense turrets around the base. The turrets fired at the Tharsian soldiers, slowing their advance. But the Tharsians were relentless, pushing forward with their advanced technology. Dr. Emily used the comm translator to send a distress signal to Zarnek and the Council. We are under attack. We need help. Meanwhile, Max and Jake fought bravely, using their advanced weapons to hold off the attackers. The air was filled with the sound of explosions and laser fire. The ground shook with each blast. Captain Alex saw an opportunity. Emily, we need to take out Vorak's command center. It's the only way to stop this. Emily nodded and followed Captain Alex as they sneaked around the battlefield. They used the terrain for cover, moving closer to Vorak's command post. As they approached, they saw Vorak giving orders to his troops. Captain Alex aimed his laser gun, but before he could fire, Vorak noticed them. You think you can stop me? Vorak shouted. A fierce fight broke out between Captain Alex, Dr. Emily, and General Vorak. Vorak was strong and skilled, but Captain Alex was determined. Using his quick reflexes, Captain Alex managed to disarm Vorak. Dr. Emily quickly hacked into Vorak's command device, disabling the Tharsians' main communication system. We did it, she said. But the battle was not over. The Tharsian troops continued to fight, unaware that their command had been compromised. Just then, Zarnek and a group of loyal Tharsians arrived. Stop this madness, Zarnek shouted. The loyal Tharsians joined forces with the humans, pushing back Vorak's soldiers. The tide of the battle turned, and Vorak's troops began to retreat. Vorak, now captured, glared at Captain Alex. This isn't over, human, he hissed. Captain Alex replied, It is over, Vorak. We will build a future of peace. With Vorak defeated, the battlefield fell silent. The humans and loyal Tharsians stood together, breathing heavily but relieved. Zarnek approached Captain Alex. Thank you for your bravery. Today, we have taken the first step towards true peace. Captain Alex nodded. We couldn't have done it without you, Zarnek. The team returned to their base, exhausted but hopeful. The battle had tested their resolve, but it also strengthened their bond with the Tharsians. They knew more challenges lay ahead, but together, they were ready to face them. The alliance between humans and Tharsians had been forged in the fire of battle, and now they looked towards a future of cooperation and peace. After the battle, the humans and Tharsians worked together to rebuild. Trust was growing between the two groups, but there were still many questions. Captain Alex knew that understanding the Tharsians' past was key to securing a peaceful future. One day, Zarnak invited the human team to a special meeting. "There is something you need to see," Zarnak said. "It is time you learn our history." The team followed Zarnak deep into the underground city. They entered a grand hall filled with ancient carvings and glowing crystals. In the center was a large, glowing sphere. "This is the memory orb," Zarnak explained. "It holds the history of our people." Dr. Emily was fascinated. "How does it work?" Zarnak touched the orb, and images began to appear. The team saw scenes of the Tharsians' past. They saw a thriving civilization, full of life and advanced technology. But they also saw the arrival of a terrible threat, a hostile alien race that sought to conquer Mars. "We call them the invaders," Zarnak said. "They came to destroy us. We fought back with all our strength, but the cost was high. Many of our people perished, and we were forced to hide underground to survive." Captain Alex watched the scenes with a heavy heart. "Why didn't you contact Earth for help?" Zarnak sighed. "We tried, but our messages were never received. The invaders had blocked all our communications. We thought we were alone." Dr. Emily looked at Zarnak. "But now we are here. We can help you." Zarnak nodded. "Yes, and we are grateful. But there is more you need to know." The images shifted to show a hidden chamber deep beneath the city. Inside was a powerful artifact, glowing with energy. "This is the heart of Mars," Zarnak said. "It is an ancient relic with immense power. It can terraform the planet, making it habitable for both our species. But it is also a source of great danger. In the wrong hands, it could destroy us all." Engineer Jake stepped forward. "We need to protect it. Together we can use it to create a better future." Zarnak agreed. "But we must be careful. There are still those who seek to use its power for their own gain. General Vorak was one of them. He believed the heart should be used to conquer, not to build." Captain Alex felt a sense of urgency. "We need to secure the heart of Mars. If the invaders find it, they will use it against us." Zarnak led the team to the hidden chamber. It was guarded by the most loyal Tharsian warriors. As they approached the heart, they could feel its power. It pulsed with energy, casting a soft glow on the walls. Dr. Emily studied the artifact. "This is incredible. With this, we can transform Mars into a new home for both our people." But just as they began to make plans, an alarm sounded. "The invaders have returned," a Tharsian warrior shouted. The team rushed to the surface. In the sky, they saw a fleet of alien ships descending. The invaders were back, and they were coming for the heart of Mars. Captain Alex turned to his team. "We need to defend the heart. This is our only chance to secure peace." The humans and Tharsians prepared for battle once again. The stakes were higher than ever. They knew that this fight would determine the future of both their species. With courage and determination, they stood together, ready to protect the heart of Mars and unveil the secrets that could change their world forever. The invader ships hovered menacingly over the Martian surface. The sky was filled with their dark, ominous shapes. Captain Alex and his team stood alongside the Tharsian warriors, ready for the fight of their lives. "We must protect the heart of Mars at all costs," Captain Alex said, his voice firm. The team nodded, their faces set with determination. Zarnak rallied the Tharsian warriors. "Today, we fight not just for ourselves, but for the future of Mars. We will not let the invaders take our home." The battle began with a deafening roar as the invaders opened fire. Energy blasts rained down on the surface, but the humans and Tharsians were ready. They had set up defenses around the heart's chamber, using both human and Tharsian technology. Max and Jake manned the laser cannons, firing at the invader ships. Dr. Emily used her hacking skills to disrupt the invaders' communication systems. Zarnak and the Tharsian warriors fought bravely, their weapons glowing with energy. Despite their efforts, the invaders pushed forward. Their advanced technology was overwhelming. "We need to fall back," Max shouted. "No," Captain Alex said firmly. "We can't let them reach the heart. We must hold our ground. In the midst of the chaos, an invader ship landed and troops poured out. They were heavily armored and armed with powerful weapons. The ground shook with their advance. Captain Alex led a group of humans and Tharsians to intercept the invader troops. The two sides clashed in a fierce battle. Blasts of energy and laser fire lit up the battlefield. Zarnak fought alongside Captain Alex. "We must reach their leader," Zarnak said. "Without leadership, they will fall into chaos." Captain Alex nodded. "Let's do it." They fought their way through the invader troops, pushing towards the command ship. The fighting was intense, with many close calls, but their determination kept them going. Finally, they reached the command ship. Inside, they found the invader leader, a tall, imposing figure with glowing red eyes. "You dare challenge us?" the leader hissed. "We will protect Mars," Captain Alex said. "This is our home." The leader attacked with a powerful energy weapon, but Captain Alex and Zarnak fought back with all their strength. The battle was fierce, but together they managed to overpower the leader. With a final blow, the invader leader fell. The remaining invader troops, seeing their leader defeated, began to retreat. The sky cleared as the ships withdrew, leaving Mars in peace. The battlefield fell silent. The humans and Tharsians stood together, exhausted but victorious. "We did it," Dr. Emily said, her voice filled with relief. Captain Alex looked at Zarnak. "Thank you for fighting with us. Together, we are strong." Zarnak nodded. "We are grateful to you, Captain Alex. Today, we have truly become allies." The team returned to the heart of Mars. They knew that protecting it had been crucial for their victory. Dr. Emily studied the artifact. "This will help us build a new future," she said. Captain Alex smiled. "A future where humans and Tharsians live in peace." As they worked together to repair the damage and rebuild, the bond between the two species grew stronger. They shared knowledge, technology, and dreams of a better world. The heart of Mars glowed brightly, symbolizing hope and unity. The humans and Tharsians knew that their journey was far from over, but they faced the future with confidence. Together, they had overcome great challenges and forged a lasting alliance. Mars, once a planet of secrets and battles, was now a place of hope and cooperation. Captain Alex looked at his team and their new Tharsian friends. "This is just the beginning," he said. "Together, we will make Mars a home for all." And with that, they began their new adventure, united and ready to face whatever came next.